Hello and welcome to Three Questions with. I got my friend Elizabeth with us from Hampstead Pain Relief. Good morning, Elizabeth. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you, Kevin?
Living the dream, my friend. So today we want to go in a little bit of a different direction. I want to get a tour of the office so people can see all the things you have and all the ways you can help them. So can you give us a little tour?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for asking. So when you walk into the room, the nice, beautiful right there, you got nice, all the different tools.
Yep.
So
So
I've got my tie mat down on the floor,
yep,
and then I have the massage table, which when I'm not doing tie, I move that out of the way and pull the table over.
yep. So now let's talk a little bit about the tie mat. What happens? What type of treatments do you give on the tie mat versus the massage table?
Yeah, absolutely. So on the tie mat, you are fully clothed, and the reason being is so I can put you through full range of motion. And then the two tools that I use are the muscle liberator
Yep. So what
and
is what does
the
that do? The muscle liberator. Start there.
yep. So the muscle liberator, what it is it's a percussion instrument. So what it is the equivalent of my thumb going 14 times a second. My thumb can't do that, and so that's where machinery comes in. So you have a message that goes up to your brain that says stay tight, hold, and protect. So I use this on your root causes of where the pain starts as opposed to necessarily where you feel it. Then I put you through range of motion, and then your body resets, it recalibrates, it says, okay, we can do that and we're good. And then that's how you decrease your pain and increase your range of motion. And then you have your electric point stimulator.
Yep.
So I had a really great teacher in high school, and she said, um, she came in with a fly swatter, and she said, "You want to play a game?" And you said, you have our attention." So
Mm.
she says, "Here's how it works. I hit the front desk with the fly swatter. The next person taps the desk behind them, and so on until we get to the fourth row. When you get to the fourth row, you run up to the front, you stop me from hitting the fly swatter, and the game ends. If you can't, then you have to rush back and try again." So we did this for a good 5 minutes. Every time we got so close to stopping her hit that fly swatter, but she still got it. We had to run back. So when we finally finished, she goes, "Do you know what that was?" I said, "No." "What was that?" She goes, "That's a muscle spasm." So when you have a muscle spasm, it keeps contracting over and over again. What I use is I use electricity with my electric point stimulator. It stimulates your muscle to contract over and over and over again. It tires out the complete muscle fibers. And then finally, they just relax. And they say, "You know what? We're just going to give." And that's the reason you get the pain relief, is because your muscle isn't constantly staying contracted. It's now relieved.
Okay.
So I'll always remember now what a muscle spasm is.
It's interesting and stuff. So now I saw some other stuff on the table. What was the other?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So the other things that I have, so if you come in pain, sometimes with the lower back or whatever, I have this pain relieving cream. And then I have, these are the two tools that I use when you are on the tie mat because you're looking for pain relief. When you're on a massage table,
Yep.
which most people have seen, then I utilize, so you pick an oil that you want me to use. And generally, I let people smell them first because whatever smells best to you is generally what your body needs. But if people want to know what each one does, then I'm happy to tell them that too. And then I have massage cupping. So as you can see, there's different sizes here. They range from very small to very big. So if I was to put this on your back, it would feel like a pinch. If I was to put this on your arm, it would create no suction. So you choose the right cup for the right size of the body. And then what it does is your lymphatic system is like your stagnant fluid that's in your body, right? And you want to get rid of that. So what this does is it creates a gentle suction, and then I push it through, like into your armpit or into your hips, up and over. So that way your body can get rid of the stagnant fluid. So that works with your lymphatic system. It's very gentle.
So
And
why would
then
someone want to use those on the cupping? I've seen it. I've seen people with circles on them. Is that from cupping?
yeah, so there's different kinds of cupping. So I use suction. There's also fire cupping. Fire cupping is less controlled, because what you do is you light a match, you make it so that all the air comes out of the cup, and then you put it on somebody. And then the idea of cupping, what it is when you get a cup kiss, that's what we like to call them, it creates the perfect circle, right?
Mhm.
What cups do is they bring everything to the surface. So if you're a heavy smoker or a heavy drinker or something like that, you've got a lot of toxins in your body, right? So you will have more of a purple than somebody who is healthy that drinks water and things of that nature, right? But generally speaking, unless you leave the cups on the body for longer than a minute, then you don't get a cup kiss. And it's not a bruise. Like I said, what it is it's everything that you want out of your body coming up to the surface. So that way you push it again into your armpit if it's up top, or into the hip, so into the center if it's down by your waistline. And then that helps your body get rid of it because you drink water and then you flush it out. So it's actually healthy for you. If you were to put ice on it, all you're doing is sucking it back into your body where you don't want it. So no, it doesn't serve any purpose.
Cool. So let's go on to the next piece of equipment, because I saw some bamboo.
Yes. So the warm bamboo is exactly what it sounds like. There's a heated mat that heats them up. And then, as you can see, there's different sizes. So these ones I use in tandem together, and I might go down the body with them like this. And this one here, as you can see, it's like a dowel, right? This
Yep.
one I use right into the shoulders. So I would use that right in here. And what's really nice about the bamboo is you can see that it's got some length to it. So I can put some leverage into it as opposed to any other heating, like the stones or something that you use that has no leverage to it. So depending on if I'm working in tandem with the two together or whether I'm working with one around your shoulders, the heat makes it so that your muscles relax and it feels so good. Doesn't matter whether it's summer or winter.
Now,
But people truly enjoy that one.
But why bamboo sticks? Is there something about them that helps? I've just never seen them before, so I'm kind of curious more about those.
Sure. So a lot of people will have seen like warm stones, right?
Yep.
So stones are hard to control the temperature because you take a crock pot, you fill it with water, and then you have the stones in the bottom. So yeah, that's how you heat. You have to have, it has to be wet heat. It can't be dry, because if you have dry heat with rocks, then they crack and they break. So you literally have a crock pot that's like on 140 degrees. And I used to have to take a spoon to get them out, because otherwise if you put your hands into 140-degree weather temperature, you're gonna burn. Yeah.
Yep.
So the other thing is that when I do stones, they fit in the palm of my hand, right? So I have no leverage, and a lot of people would say, well, there's no pressure to it. It's nice that it feels hot, but there's no pressure. So like I said, when you have the different sizes and this one goes up to your neck, I have my hands on either side, and then I can really push and give some nice tension there. And then these ones, because they fit in my hand this way, I can roll it down and I can give different pressure on it, because you can see it's a little bit longer. It doesn't fit in the palm of my hand. It fits all the way across.
Yep.
And what's really nice is I've had some people say, is that your hand? What is that you're, it's really warm. Is that your You're like, no, this is more bamboo I'm using.
So, when would you use the bamboo? Or what treatments do you apply with those?
Yeah, excellent question. So the bamboo and the cupping are done on the table. So you would undress like you normally would. I have people leave their underwear on, but otherwise you'd undress shirt and pants, and you'd lay down on the table, and that's where, because the cupping has to be on your skin. It has to make contact, and then you have to have some kind of lotion in order to make the glide. Yep. Same thing with the warm bamboo. You need to have a glide with it.
Okay, so coming into the end of the year, you have some specials for us too, right?
Yes, absolutely. So for on the tie mat, I have new client offer, which is 67 minutes or $75, or I have the 90-minute for $100. And then on the table, I have 20% off for your first single session on the table. And that runs until December 31st of this year.
So you told me on the time mat, people do stay fully clothed for range of motion, right?
Yep.
I think that helps and makes people feel a little more comfortable, perhaps.
Yes, it does. And what's nice is that because I'm putting you through range of motion, the pain relief that you feel is quicker as opposed to being on the table where I can't bring your leg out or I can't get to the root cause necessarily, or we have to spend time draping to make sure you're covered.
So Elizabeth, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more, my friend?
Yeah, absolutely. So either the single session for the on table or the time mat, both offers for the time mat as well, are offered at hampsteadpainrelief.com. So you can book on easy enough on there to see what time works best for you at hampsteadpainrelief.com.
Awesome. Elizabeth, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Kevin.